Chillo there, H+III+T to boot that dang on time. Now, when I'm not busy being the dang on world heavyweight champion of the internet, I am watching countless basketball videos. If you cannot tell by the contents of the channel, I'm either listening to music, making a YouTube video, making music, editing a YouTube video, or doing something involving basketball. Again, sever the bond. You can't fake this type of passion because I only talk about things I legitimately care about, gosh dang it. But that's a basket of neither here nor there. You see the title of the video. If you've been subscribed to me for a long period of time, you know that this man has been my favorite player since I was 16 or 17. I can't remember when we got Carmelo. I know I was in the 11th grade, though. I can't remember that far back. Gosh dang it, I'm getting old. I'm 23. But that's neither here nor there. And I loved Carmelo, gosh dang it, past tense. I just loved Carmelo so much with an unhealthy degree of bias and loyalty to the man, gosh dang it, because all he had was Stat. And then before Stat, it was just Nate Robinson and Danilo Gallinari, and that's not really that much to cheer behind, gosh dang it. And I'd never really been a fan of Stephon Marbury, no offense to him, so Carmelo was a big freaking deal. We had never had a legitimate star before, at least when I had been watching, so Carmelo was a big deal. But then we got Derrick, and gosh dang it, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We got Derrick Rose! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We got Derrick Rose! Gosh dang it! You know how the rest of the story goes. These are 5 reasons why Derrick Rose is my favorite player in the entire NBA, gosh dang it. Now, it's not often I get to do extremely biased videos like this, talking about the dang on Knicks. So we're not talking about how he is a good fit for the team or something like that or anything like that. This is just strictly my personal thoughts on the man. So let's get on with the foolishness. Here comes a 2-minute intro.
Five reasons why Derrick Rose is friggin' awesome.
I'm trying to think, what should we do for a transition? Because this isn't music related, so what do we do for a transition? You know what? We're gonna go 50 Cent.
Have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire, write a check before the baby come, who the job care, I'm stanky rich, I'ma die trying to spend this, south side up in this,
Number 5 on the dang on 5 reasons why Derrick Rose is my favorite player, gosh dang it, is actually the reason why I'm making this video. Shout out to Matt the Knicks fan. Last night, while the world was in turmoil and I was watching CNN with all the foolishness with the Russians and people getting fired and stuff, I saw a video that made me think about the real things that matter in life, gosh dang it. Matt the Knicks fan sent me a video of Derrick Rose painting figurines with his son. Yes, while the world is worried about dang on the rubber match between LeBron and between LeBron and Steph and them, and how none of the other teams have a freaking chance and we wasted an entire season, we could have just hit the fast forward button over to the finals, while the world is stressing over a Cold War Part 2, gosh dang it, between the United States and Russia, while all this foolishness is going on, Derrick Rose is painting with this kid. And gosh dang it, if that does not put a smile on your dang on heart, I don't know what would, gosh dang it. Derrick Rose loves his son so much. And I try not to talk about people's personal lives in my videos. I really try not to, but I gotta bring it up for this. Not that other players aren't good fathers, but Derrick loves his kids so much. He always has them at the games, and they got that adorable little handshake. That stuff is like father-son goals, bruh. That's freaking beautiful. How can I not put that in the top 5 list, gosh dang it? Impossible. Impossible. That was racist, but that's neither here nor there. Let's go to number 4.
Have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. Write a check before the baby come. Who the job care? I'm stanky rich. I'ma die trying to spend this. Southside up in this. Oh!
Number 4 is more of a more legitimate reason as far as his basketball abilities is Derrick Rose's game. Again, as I talked about in the very beginning of the video, Carmelo Anthony has been my favorite player for a very long time. Obviously, as a Knicks fan, it's almost like a by default type deal, but that's neither here nor there. And when I started to teach myself how to play basketball about a year ago, and yes, I am totally late on that train. If I would have cared this much about basketball in high school, maybe high school would have went differently, but that's neither here nor there. But Carmelo Anthony's game is based on him being an incredible shooter. Yes, he's a scorer technically, but he's an incredible shooter, especially nowadays that he's not as athletic anymore. It's the fact that Carmelo can just step inside of the arc, and as long as he's open, in theory, he's going to knock the shot. I have to say in theory, but that's another rant for another day, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not a shooter. I'm not really a gifted shooter. My depth perception is absolute crap. And I used to admire Carmelo's bully ball stuff, but I'm not very tall, so I couldn't really incorporate that into my game. I got the positioning down, but I'll turn around, and I'm 5'6", so like my freaking vertical is like the chin of my defender, so I'm not getting the ball up over them, pause. So I was like, okay, well, who else in the league drives a lot? So I started watching Derrick Rose videos and started watching how, well, he's not the tallest dude, and after the injuries, he wasn't the most athletic person in the world, but the way he breaks down the defense and he splits the defense and he looks for holes and he's watching your feet and stuff like that when he makes his cuts and he's shifting the lateral planes, all that kind of stuff without a jump shot. Derrick Rose is effective basically without a jump. The man can't even shoot threes. And sometimes he purposefully won't because he doesn't have to. And that to someone who can't shoot for crap was so inspiring to me. Then we freaking signed him. He got traded to us and I was like, I get to watch this guy every night? And the more and more I watch Derrick both offensively and defensively, though his defense has tapered off a little bit, but I blame the Knicks freaking... I blame Kurt Rambis for Derrick Rose's lack of defense, but that's neither here nor there. But gosh dang it, Derrick as a whole has just changed me personally to be a pretty above average basketball player. And if you knew me before I was making YouTube videos, you know I was trash in school at basketball. So the fact that I'm a legitimate scorer now, I owe that to Derrick. So thank you. So his game is number 4. That was a long point. Gosh dang it, I'll make the other one shorter. Let's go to number 3.
Have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. Write a check before the baby come. Who the job care? I'm stanky rich. I'ma die trying to spend this. Southside up in this. Oh!
Number 3 is Derrick Rose's injuries. Now I know this might seem like something that maybe I wouldn't like him for, which I don't really think is fair to Derrick. I mean, he can't help that he gets injured, but Derrick Rose's injuries, not only can I relate to them, but it's inspiring to see him come back every single time. Both ACL tears, now the 4th torn meniscus or whatever that thing is called. I mean, all the various injuries, the eye, his back, I mean, all sorts of stuff. Watching him come back from injury after injury and get arguably better and smarter from each injury and more built and more swole. It's so inspiring to watch this man come back and arguably be top 15. I think he's top 10, but I'll give you top 15, gosh dang it. And point guards. Not overall players, point guards. That's not the here nor there. It's just so inspiring to see him mess up, but then come back. And watching him learn how to play better helps me learn, because I'll hurt myself in the same ways. I didn't know that when you land off of like a corkscrew layup or something like that, you're supposed to kind of trail off a little bit. So the absorption is not in your legs. I didn't freaking know that. I learned that from Derrick. See? I literally relate to the man. And I need a haircut just like that man, but that's neither here nor there. If you're subscribed to my second channel, we kind of talk about this a lot. This is the first time I bring this up on the main channel, but that's neither here nor there. Let's go to number 2.
Have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. Write a check before the baby come. Who the job care? I'm stanky rich. I'ma die trying to spend this. Southside up in this. Oh!
Number 2 on the 5 reasons why Derrick Rose is my favorite player is more of, again, another personal reason, more so than an on the... it's a slick on the court too. Derrick Rose's personality and how he's just in his own world. Off camera, I'm really not that animated. I know you're looking at the camera saying H+III+T. You're like the prince of window jumping. What are you talking about? You're not... No, I'm really actually kind of quiet off camera. I mean, in certain settings, I can be lively if need be, but I'm actually kind of a quiet and reserved person. How Derrick Rose acts, just nonchalant, not really giving off any form of emotion, is how I look off camera. I'm dead serious. I'm not really the most animated guy. I would much rather sit in the corner by myself. In fact, I've been at parties or gatherings where I'll just leave and sit in my car until it's over. I'm that kind of guy. I'm actually kind of antisocial. I don't really have many friends. And Derrick seems to be that type of dude when he's doing interviews. Even when he's on the court, he'll do some amazing move, and he just kind of is like, yeah, I had a contested layup backwards. Okay? I'm like that. I really am. And not to make this about me, but I relate with that, man. Derrick Rose seems to have his core values in here, you feel me, in this world. And you also be talking about this a lot, but this world right here is so important. What's really important, family, your personal goals, relationships, or something like that. Derrick seems to keep it in here. His friends, his family, his son, all that type of stuff. And I can relate to that. You know, screw money and making appearances in clubs and all that foolishness. If I ever get to the point, and then I say if slightly because I'm trying to get to that point, so hopefully when I get there, when I'm famous, you're not really going to see me, like, I'll be on, like, shows and stuff, making appearances, but I'm not going to, like, be one of those, like, crazy people who are, I'm just going to keep to myself. I'm just going to make videos, and that's really it. You feel me? And I relate to that. Just watching Derrick in interviews, his mannerisms, it's just so interesting and so fascinating because it's like, wow, there's other people like that who aren't like freaking LeBron and Curry, and you see them on every freaking commercial, and they're freaking jerks and stuff, but that's not here nor there. Let's go number 1.
Have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. Write a check before the baby come. Who the job care? I'm stanky rich. I'ma die trying to spend this. Southside up in this. Oh!
And my number 1 reason for why Derrick Rose is my favorite player is because this is kind of piggybacking off of the last point, but I think it's so important. Derrick does things his way. He could care less what you try to say to change his game. That's what I like about Carmelo too as well. He understands who he is, and he's not going to change it. Now, does that hurt, us in some ways as a team? Yeah, but with Derrick, it's what we need. Derrick understands who he is as a player. He's not the guy that's going to come down the court and just do a pull-up 3 for no reason whatsoever. Derrick understands his game, floaters, like real close mid-range jump shots, a simple little crossover, and attacking the basket. He gets who he is, you feel me? He's not trying to be some flashy Kyrie Irving and pull up for 3 with 16 people on him or something like that. He understands what he does. He never lets the game dictate what he's going to do. And if he can't get what he wants, he'll adjust it his own way. You feel me? I don't know if that makes any sense. Maybe I'm talking in Spanish here. Shout out to you if you actually talk in Spanish, but that's neither here nor there. I just respect that Derrick does things his way and on his terms and never going to force him to do anything. When management, and I'm talking Knicks now, when management was down his freaking throat for not shooting threes, he didn't start taking a bunch of threes because they told him to. He understands his game. If he drives inside and he can't get open or he can't split the D, he'll throw it out to Courtney Lee or something like that. Or in theory, Porzingis, who's supposed to hit the shot. But that's another rant for another day. And those are my 5 reasons why Derrick Rose is my favorite player of all time. I am very critical of the man because I am a Knicks fan before I am an individual fan of a player, but I like Derrick a lot. I like Derrick a whole lot. Will I ever buy his jersey? I don't know. I feel weird buying apparel that doesn't have Carmelo on it. But again, I'm a Knicks fan first, so whether Derrick goes or Melo goes or something like that, I'm always a Knicks fan at the end of the day. But I really, really like Derrick. But that's neither here nor there. Like, comment, subscribe, H+III+T. See another Triple OG putting in as much work as me doing favorite, point him out. Let me know who your favorite basketball player is and all the reasons down below. I think we all know Matt the Knicks fan's comment is going to be an essay about Carmelo Anthony, and I cannot wait to read it, gosh dang it. That wasn't sarcastic either. I'm actually very excited to read what that man is going to leave bottom of this comment. Ooh, that's mad pressure, bro, because I done announced it. We're looking for your comment now, bro. Do not disappoint! That's not here nor there. See you guys tomorrow for some Lil Wayne foolishness. I don't know if I'm going to get around to doing like an actual review of the Wizards game. I'm going to try. I got to close tomorrow night, so I don't know. I might miss the entire game, but I'll do something. And then we'll talk about Wayne. See you guys later. Yeah. Oh, and shout out to y'all for checking out that Wayne video. I appreciate that. 700 views in a day. Thank you very much. The kid needs it. Freaking no views winter was killing you, boy. But that's neither here nor there. See y'all later.